welcome back to Fishing Planet. So I've had a few comments or questions how to set up a rod in the game or how to build a rod and reel, and I kind of want to show you guys how to set up a few different rods and reels. So let's go over the basics right now. When you start off, you get one rod. Okay, and keep in mind every rod in the game has a purpose, whether it's level 1, level 2, 10, 20, 30, right? So everything you do in the game has a purpose to it. Now, how do you set up a rod and reel? Well, I will show you guys. So all you're gonna do now, keep in mind this is your overlay. This is the home. So you got globe, right? So before you go fishing, this is kind of the steps to go fishing. Like you're so excited, you can't wait to get out there, catch some fish, right? Well, you got to have a rod and reel. Now, I will cover, like I said, maybe 5 or 6 different rods, reels, etc. Right? So inventory, okay. Now home storage. Let's go home. Now all these rods right here I own. So all these wonderful rods, bass casters, bait casters, bottom rod, feeder rods, you know, Lacazadoras, Macanzis, all my reels. So I will show you guys in the store all the different types of rods, okay? Now, my favorite kind is spinning rods. So value spin, feather lights, auroras, jig winners, the Zora, Loki, Zeus. So you kind of get the idea of what I'm getting at. All the different types of rods in the game, spinning, telescopic. These are the level 1 to level 18, right? So again, whether you're level 1 or 90, every rod and reel in the game has its own unique value or purpose. That's a good word, purpose. Now match rods, these are great for all kinds of fishing, panfish, bass fishing, crappie, you name it, right? Pickerel, anything. So I'm kind of going to show you guys how to set up a rod, like the right way, I guess you could say. Now, casting rods, these are really good as well. Bass casters, Galaxy Cast. So you kind of get the gist of everything. Now, there's 2 different types of reels in Fishing Planet: a spinning reel and a casting reel. A spinning reel can be used for lures and bait fishing, bobber fishing. See the far right. So in the far right of the reel, you got the Flagman Mini Spin 800, right? Ratio, recovery, capacity, etc. Well, it says 3D over there. So if I show you guys, can I even highlight that crap? Probably not. But you can see that one says a bobber and a lure. So what that means is I can do bobber fishing or lure fishing with that type of reel. Now, why is that important? A lot of people, when they buy a rod and reel, they get the right rod for lures, but the wrong reel. So I'm kind of going to show you guys how to fix that. So let's go ahead and let's just get us a rod. Let's just go ahead and buy us one actually. Let's get us a match rod. This is the easiest thing to put together in the entire game. Now keep in mind, a match rod can have a spinning reel and a bobber. So that means bait, like a hook, like a bobber and a hook and worms or, whatever, flies. Now, this rod right here, OmniFloat 11.5, is a 3 to 6.5 pound rod. Okay? So in my mind, I'm going, well, I go to reels. Now, the mini spin is 2.75 pounds. The Callisto, that's good. That's 3.2. That's in the range. That's a 3 pound range. Now, if it's me, I'd go mini spin 1200 or the Inspire Cast. So, buy the Inspire Cast, 2000. Or is it 200 or 2000? Oh, 2000. I'm so sorry. Alright, so equip that. Okay, I got my rod. I got my reel. Now I need line, right? I gotta get the line. So the reel is 3.5, the rod is 3 to 6 pounds. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, go to the store, the shop, go to lines. We're gonna go model floorment. I need 3 pound line, right? So I get this one, $180. Can't go wrong. Alright, home storage. 1 second, please. Oh no. I probably have it actually. Let's see. Put this on. Alright. Now we need a bobber. Well, a bobber is just fine. Now the biggest question I get is, hey, I need a leader. What kind of leader should I get? So let me break this down very simply for you guys. Any rod and reel that requires a leader or sinker You want to match it. So don't match it with the reel. Match it with the rod, okay? So if the rod is 2 to 6 pounds, go to the store, get you a monoliter, okay? Now, like I said, keep in mind, you want to match it with the rod. So I'm looking for a 6 pound, even a 7 pound leader. So right here, level 14. Alright, buy one of these. Alright. I can't equip it, why? I can't equip that. You're kidding me. Okay, fishing planet. Well, for now, I'll just put the 9 pound on. But as you can see, the game's kind of having a moment where it's like, I don't want to do this at all. I can't equip a mono leader on this. Let's try something here. I'm kind of thinking, okay, so I just found out something the hard way. Mono line and a floral leader. Hang on, yo. We're gonna see something here. I'm gonna see something now, because now I'm kind of curious myself. So you can only use a fluorocarbon leader then, I'm assuming. Well, guys, I guess we're learning together now. 7.9, 9.9. Oh, there you go. There you have it. That's a myth busted right there. So when I started playing Fishing Planet, someone told me you have to match the lines together, like mono and mono. But now it's mono and fluoro. The more you know, huh? Alright, let's get into the hooks here. Now keep in mind, every rod and reel has a hook size, or every hook has a hook size. A 1/0, 2/0, size 10, size 9, 16, 18, whatever the case is. Now, for example, for the video, I'm going to use a size 8. That's what I'm going to use. Now the baits, these are very important. Lone Star Lake, if you're level 5, level 1, I'd go pet food. I'd go worms, red worms, crickets, maggots, mayflies. So there you go. That's a rod and reel right there. That's a float rod with a reel. Now, the biggest thing I see, people can't seem to put a lure on a lure rod. They don't know how to do it. Well, I'm going to show you. Now, the biggest thing when you buy a rod and reel is you want to look at the far right section over there, okay? So, spinning reel and a lure. This is the perfect setup for everybody. So what I'll do, I'll just get this one. Level 18, it's a jig winner. A really good setup for Everglades, right? Sorry, voice crack. Now, keep in mind, this rod is 12 pounds. See, it's 12 pounds. So go to reels. I'm looking for anything 11 pounds, that's fine. Alright, 11. Let's go with the Aspiro. Level 18, level 18. That's wonderful. It's in my home storage? Oh no. It might be hard to find actually. Hang on. I have so much stuff in my backpack at home storage. There it is. The Aspiro. Okay. Now, just keep in mind again. I will show you guys maybe 2 to 4 different rod and reel setups. So 18. Okay, it's level 18 by the way. This is level 18. Now, you don't have to get the stuff I'm getting. The whole point of this video is to show you guys the different types of rods and reels in the game. That's all I'm doing. And how to set them up properly. So, a 12 pound rod, 11 pound reel. That's fantastic. Can't go wrong with that. Now, lines. When I go bass fishing or lure fishing, I use braid. Braided line gives you a lot more distance, a lot more line on the spool. So you can cast further, Now, the rod was, I think, 13 pounds? 12 pounds, okay? So 12 pounds. I'm gonna go, let's see. That's too heavy. 13 pounds is too heavy. You don't want to use that. What I'll do, I'll go 10 pounds, 10 pound braid, okay? Now I get 328 feet online. That's amazing. And also, when you guys are buying a reel, look at the capacity. So mono, you get 4 feet. So it's 4 feet for every 100 inches, I think, 100 feet. And that braid is 10 out of 100. So that's like a 96 foot difference right there, give or take. So the Aspire durability ratio 4 to 7 to 1, recovery 27.5, capacity mono 4 out of 100 versus braid 10 out of 100. So 90 versus 96, give or take. Now, I got everything set up here. Now also, I could make this a proper setup. I could really do a proper setup. Now it has this is a sinker. It's like a carp sinker, I believe it is. A hook, bait, right? Now, let's try to equip a hook to this. Let's try it. So as you can see, you can go Carolina rig. Now Carolina rigs, I wouldn't recommend these, for a lot of maps. Maybe level 50, level 70, but you don't really need these, to be honest, guys. You don't. But I will show you how to set up a Carolina rig. I will. So Carolina rig, you click on that. A bullet sinker, that's fine. Don't worry about that. A hook, and a lure, right? Now keep in mind, this is all tools. This is to help you guys to set up different rods and reels. Okay. Now, if it's ever too heavy, you can check the rod. So durability link, lure weight. The biggest thing you have to check is the lure weight. So 1/6 ounce to 5/8, right? So everything on here is too heavy. Let's go ahead and take it off. Now, when you take that off, you will lose it. The rig, you will lose it. But just for this video alone, this is how you guys equip lures, okay? So you go to your backpack, go to spoons, bass jigs, right? Crankbaits, jig heads, worms, okay? But for this, I'll just put a casting spoon on, okay? And there you have it. So I did a float rod and a lure rod, right? Now, if you guys want to see the different rods or anything, let me know down below. But we did this one. I think we did this one as well. So as you can see, I put those together. Here's another example of a rod and reel combo, right? So Spell Launcher, it's a match rod. A Torbolino, it's a really strong rod and reel combo. Braided line, a bobber, a leader, a hook, large minnows, right? So you guys kind of understand what I'm doing. And the biggest thing I will tell you guys before I go today is, when you're setting up a rod for the first time, or you're nervous, or you don't know how to do it, just match everything. Okay, there's different types of rods, reels, and another thing I want to say is, you guys should kind of look forward to unlocking everything, like over time. Don't rush the game. Don't rush it. Don't panic. Beat it one day. Take your time, catch your fish, level up properly, and have fun. And again, when you go to all these rods, look at this, spot rods. These are for carp fishing. Yeah, carp rods. These are for carp fishing. So all this different stuff you guys will unlock in due time. Bottom rods. The Cazadoras, Macanzis, heavy chasers, bottom snipers. These are all excellent rods and reels. Feeder rods, right? And look at the reels. There's over, I don't know how many rods and reels in this game there is. Probably 2,000. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. And before I actually end the video, I'll make one more rod, a bait casting rod. Now, this is for bass casting, right? This is like bass casting, like bass fishing. So for this, I'll probably just put together, let's see. Let's go bass caster, 6x6. All right, 22-pound rod. All right, reels, casting reels. Let's get the Counselor 3000S, my favorite reel of all time for Everglades. All right, so you got the rod equipped. All right, that's equipped. Now the reel, Counselor 3000S. That is a 21-pound reel, a 22-pound rod. It's kind of like a 10-pound difference. So when you guys build a rod and reel, you should have a 10-pound difference between the rod and reel, max. That's the highest you can go, even the line. All right, now put this over in my home storage. So now we need line. Let's go get braid. 22-pound braid, right? Okay, here's the problem. So what I can probably do now, I'll get 20-pound braid, home storage. Are you serious right now? That is unreal. Alright, scroll down. Alright, put this on. So the reel is 21 pounds. 19-pound line, that's perfect. That's not bad at all, actually. A 22-pound rod, 19-pound line, 21-pound reel. You can't go wrong with it. Now, if you're going bass fishing with a bass caster, well, we got bass jigs, okay? So if you guys are curious how to equip a lure, make sure the rod and reel you buy is compatible. It has to be compatible, okay? Keep that in mind, guys. So just press X, and there you go. It's simple as that, really. So you have a bass fishing rod, a match rod, and another like a lure rod, right? So a spinning rod. So there you guys go, really. You know, it's easy. I think a lot of people struggle with the basic concept of building rods and reels. They get nervous, they get scared, they don't know how to do it, they break a lot of things, or they're just lost. So but hopefully this helps you guys a lot. I hope it helps quite a bit, I really do. And any questions, comments, problems, issues, leave it down below. As always, I will see you guys in the next one.